What is cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified whenever we upload a new video. Yo, this one's dedicated to the boy Steve Francis, aka Stevie Francis, aka Stevie Franchise. This guy, now that I think about it, was basically Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook, to a somewhat lesser degree. All right. Stevie Francis was a player that really used to put fear in me whenever the Lakers would face him, more so when he was with the Rockets and they had Yao Ming, because they were supposed to be formidable and were supposed to be the answer to the Lakers. And the Lakers would usually have trouble with point guards, especially point guards of all-star caliber, such as Stevie Francis, then with Yao Ming. But Francis used to tear the Lakers up, man. We couldn't stay in front of this guy, right? Stevie Francis came out of Maryland, I believe, and he wasn't even very tall. Stevie Francis was 6'3", I believe. Yeah, 6'3", and he was drafted in the 99-2000 season by the Houston Rockets. All right. Francis was a 6'3", acrobatic, athletic player. The dude could jump out of the gym at 6'3". He had bunnies. Stevie Francis was on pogo sticks. In fact, he was in that slam dunk contest with Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, and he held his own, especially at his height. Francis was a problem, bro. Was an absolute problem. The dude was quick. He was nimble. Excellent ball handling. I mean, street ball level ball handling. Dude could really dribble the ball. He could shoot mid-range, three-point land, finish at the rim, dunking on cats 5 times his size. Had a nice touch on the layups, on the scoop shots. Was a pretty damn good rebounder for 6'3", especially considering the era in which he played, when it was full of real centers, real power forwards, real big men, rebounders, and in a league where there were less possessions, which meant less opportunity for rebounds. So not only was he getting less opportunity for rebounds amongst the giants back then at his size, and he was still pulling down some seasons 6-7 rebounds. Very impressive. He was an average defender. He wasn't much of a defensive player, but he could really, he was a real good catalyst. Like, he could really get energy and momentum infused in a team, spark giant runs, really put defenders back on their heels, and really put teams in foul trouble as well. Bro, he was a problem. And he had some years where he averaged 4 turnovers, but he was roughly around, 3 turnovers per game. And for his career, Stevie Francis averaged 18 points, a little over 18 points a game, almost 6 rebounds a game, 5.6 rebounds, 6 assists on 43% shooting and 34% from three-point land and 77% from free throw land. And the most points he ever averaged in a single season was 21.6 with Houston. So he was drafted by the Houston Rockets. With the Houston Rockets, he played, I want to say, 6 seasons with the Rockets. And in those 6 seasons, he was an NBA All-Star 3 times. From 2002 2001 and 2004, he was an NBA All-Star. Solid performer. That would be the 2001-2002 season, where he got his first All-Star nod, All-Star selection. Now, there were a few seasons there with the Rockets where they did have high expectations, and that is when they got Yao Ming, and he already had his running mate in Cuttino Mobley, right? But at the end of the day, they never got it done in the Western Conference with Francis and Yao. So Rockets are like, hey, we got to deal with Kobe and Shaq. We need our own Kobe and Shaq. Let's get Tracy McGrady paired up with Yao Ming. And that is exactly what they did. And in the 2004-2005 season, before the season started, I believe, the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets made a trade. They sent Stevie Francis, Cuttino Mobley, and I think Calvin Cato over to the Orlando Magic for T-Mac, Tyronn Lue, and Juwan Howard. Now, the Houston Rockets had new life, and the Orlando Magic had new life, as both of those franchises seemed to be going stale at the time. But in his first season with Orlando, statistically, Stevie Francis probably had his best season, and not so much scoring-wise. He didn't average 21.6, but he averaged 21.3. But he also brought down 7 assists and almost 6 rebounds in the same season. It's about 80% from from free throw land as well. All right, so he had a pretty damn good season, him and Cuttino Mobley, with the Orlando Magic, right? However, that stint with the Magic didn't last very long, right? So sometime in the 2005-2006 season, Stevie Francis was traded again, this time to the New York Knicks, where, you know, he was a pretty decent player, averaged 16 points his first year with the Knicks, and I think 10 points his second year with the Knicks. And then after that, he made his way back to the Houston Rockets, which would be his, I think, his 10th season, where he only played 10 games. And then the year after that, he didn't play at all because of a knee injury. So really, when you think about it, Francis only played 10 seasons for his entire career. And, you know, for most players, most star players, they usually have a 10-year stretch where they're, you know, within their prime window. They give you 10 really strong years before they hit their decline. But all Francis played was 10 years. And of those 10 years, I would say probably 6 or 7 of those years, he was a very good player, right? Actually, probably maybe closer to 5 years. So it wasn't like he was prime Stevie Francis for the stretch of his career. He had his decline pretty sharply, and unfortunately for some players, injuries play a role in that. And for Stevie Francis, it was his knee, and he never made a return after that knee injury that he sat out the entire season for in 2008 and 2009. He was only 31 years old when he hung his sneakers up, so he was still relatively young. But you know, he decided to say that was it. That was it. Yeah, Stevie Francis was a problem. And unfortunately, like I said, they never made any noise in Houston. He never made any noise in Houston. They only made the playoffs that one year, 2003, 2004, with the Houston Rockets. And, you know, he averaged like 19 points, 8 assists, damn near 8 rebounds in the playoffs. So he had a good playoff series. Just couldn't get the job done at the end of the day. But enough of me talking. Let's take a look at some Stevie Francis highlights, shall we?
Magic, I should say, don't take advantage. It was a 5-on-4 for a while, but they were lackadaisical.
Nice baseline move. Caught a body. Caught a body.
Take a look at this. Rising majestically with...
On that one, he happened to, but you're right. He's getting to the basket. Oh!
2 hands.
And here's that play before with Francis.
2 hands. Come get it.
For 3. Rebound, Francis. Francis, good feet.
Oh, I remember that one.
He was all alone.
Oh, that's a ballsy move to pull off in a game.
Oh, my goodness.
Ballsy
Is
move.
this All-Star Weekend?
No.
And they nearly steal to do. Francis goes all over the basket, dunks. And the Knicks, opportunistic, have cut the lead to 9 again.
Dang, Marbury was still on the team at that time. Sheesh.
3 seconds. Down to 2. Francis with a little run.
Nice floater. Call out a go-ahead game winner.
Starting 4 of 6 now. Minnesota won for the last 5. Francis taking it in for
absorb the contact. Remember, he's 6'3".
Looks strong. He is
6'3". That's another thing I didn't mention that they just said. The dude was strong as hell. Ooh. Smash Jahadi White.
Oh, nice play from Mobley, tipping it to his teammate.
Yeah, I didn't mention that dude. Dude was swole. Yeah, some bubbly arms. Strong body, could take contact.
Nice assist to Steve Francis.
Dude really scared me. Clutch. So let's tie that game. Oh, not on my Lakers. We couldn't stay in front of this guy. Oh my God.
Performance on command as Steve Francis, who has struggled in the turnover department, lost that.
They're batting it out. And Anderson could not hold on.
Send that up ahead. Tomahawk.
For his first field goal.
Anderson trying to pick. Let's see that again. Stevie Franchise coming into your living room. Throwing it down.
It off to Francis again. Francis on the drive. Takes the ball to the hoop.
Hell of a circus shot.
Well, Francis has 3 things going for him. He's quick, he can elevate, and he's strong.
To go. Francis gets around Bryant. A Ming screen.
Putting the moves on Kobe. Great pass. Ooh. I told you, man, Francis was a problem. Kobe's a great defender, but he was shaking and baking right there. Let's get them Lakers problems, bro. 2-hand. Come jump with me. Come jump with me. Great pass. I love watching him sky for that tomahawk.
Rebounded by Petit. Francis at the other end. Yep, and a foul.
Taking the contact, finishing strong, man.
Who this year is averaging 21.5 points a game, earns a nice open look at that shot.
Not on my Lakers again. Who's that? Slava Medvedenko? Yup. Slava Medvedenko. Strength, man. Bumps him out the way. Look at the ball handling, man. Yo, they had a great connection. Francis and Cuttino Mobley, though, they had great chemistry together. Great chemistry together. Crossover. Hard to the rack.
Some of these guys have taken a pillow.
Point game under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Francis quickly to the iron and one. So
all the way up beyond the 3-point line. He just uses his quickness, goes to the middle of the floor.
Francis is underrated. Good defense. On Vince Carter. Good body control, good finish.
There was a slapping foul. 19 points, 10 rebounds in his first 3 games.
Good pass.
How about that? Let's go back and watch this alley-oop if we can. Now, Steve, if you watch, he's yelling. He took a no-look pass towards the...
Alley-oop to Francis, yes, and he's fouled.
Good catch. That was tough. Look where he jumped from. What a body on him.
Pistons cough it up. Unforced error here. Nelson drops it off to Francis.
Man, again, the turnover, and the Pistons are going.
His higher wire act going, but he did that time with a major throwdown.
Not on my Lakers again. Nice pass. Yao with the body control. Running the floor with the body control. Palming the ball. Yao. Thought they were going to call a charge on that. I got to see it again. Yep. He was in the restricted area.
Shot. They didn't want that one. Outlet pass. Stevie.
Oh, good pass. Hell of a good pass.
ball game. Yes, in a row, but I think they might have lost a little confidence. So when you put the pressure on them, like you said, they're liable to fall. A couple of extra passes and get your big man involved, just like that.
Good dunk.
Just like that. A penetration. You had Stephon Marbury.
They were trying to double team him too. They have 4 defenders on the left side of the court. Oh, Kobe on Francis again.
They go one-on-one here.
Little mini crossover there. Kobe stuck with him. Didn't matter. Still got it up.
Yeah, just about threw him out of the gym on the pickup right there.
Here's Francis rushing it up court behind his back. Guarded by Daniels. Pulls up, shoots a jumper. Got it! Francis has won the ball game! And he's on top of the scorer's table at the buzzer!
Behind the back on Antonio Daniels.
We're 92. We're tied. 2 seconds. Right side for 3. Francis, he made it. He made it with 1 second left. 1/10 of a second. Unbelievable. Wow.
Oh, I remember this. Shook this guy to his shoes. Oh my God, playing with him. Watch this. Whoop. Whoop. Stevie Franchise was a pretty damn good player back then, man. I would have loved to see a bunch of players back then play in this NBA where it's faster pace, higher scoring, a lot more possessions. You can get more shots up in today's NBA than you could in the past. You know, not as much defense. The defensive rules have changed. Francis would have made a killing in today's league. I'm telling you, he was averaging 5, 6, 7 rebounds back then. He would have been good for 9, 10 rebounds a game in this league, no question about it. But yeah, I just wanted to pay homage to Stevie Franchise. I ain't forget about you. You caused my Lakers a lot of problems, and you were a damn good point guard. Appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Were you a Francis fan? Do you remember watching Francis play? What do you think about him now? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. We out, baby.